After his incredible return and success with Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the pink puffball returns with a remake. Kirby's Return to Dream Land Deluxe is based on Kirby's Return to Dream Land, released in 2011 for the Nintendo Wii. Unlike the Forgotten Land, this is a 2.5D side-scrolling platformer and plays closer to the older Kirby titles. Nevertheless, mechanics like copy abilities are still available, along with new co-op features. Kirby's Return to Dream Land Deluxe releases on February 24th for Nintendo Switch. Here's what you need to know before jumping in. Story. After an alien crash lands on planet Popstar, Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Bandana Waddle Dee set out to fix his ship, the Lore Starcutter. It seems pretty straightforward, with 5 pieces and several energy spheres to recover. But more is going on than meets the eye. No spoilers, of course. Visual changes. As a remake, Kirby's Return to Dream Land Deluxe features visual changes. However, it looks more like the original aesthetic has been updated, giving it more of a comic book feel with new lighting, a higher resolution, and some environmental differences. Not the most drastic overhaul, it won't compete with Resident Evil 4's remake anytime soon, but it's still looking like a very nice game. Other differences. Kirby's Return to Dream Land used the Nintendo Wii's motion controls back in the day for various actions. However, these are gone in the remake. The music is remastered, though it hasn't undergone any changes, and various characters have updated looks to match their appearances in later titles. Multiple playable characters. Along with Kirby, there are 3 other characters to control. King Dedede, Kirby's so-called arch-frenemy, uses the hammer ability and can float through the air. Meta Knight uses the sword and wing abilities, and Bandana Waddle Dee uses the spear ability and can infinity jump. Kirby is still the only one who can inhale enemies and copy their abilities. However, each character has received additional moves in the remake to help keep pace. Co-op. Up to 4 players can team up through drop-in co-op, each controlling one of the main characters. Of course, you can also have more than one Kirby or Meta Knight and so on, if you truly want, with each color-coded for easy identification. Characters can stack on top of each other and move together, totem style, while executing powerful team attacks. They can also share health items using face-to-face. Other characters can also hold copy essences for Kirby and throw them out if he needs them. Co-op has a life pool, which means anytime someone dies, they'll consume a life. Once all lives are gone, it's game over. Though everyone can also be sent back to the previous checkpoint if player 1 falls. Copy abilities. The original game featured classic copy abilities like Bomb, Hammer, Ice, Needle, Sword, and Stone, each with unique combos. However, it also added 4 new copy abilities. Whip allows Kirby to attack enemies with a whip and grabs them from afar. Spear grants a spear to strike through walls or throw from range. Leaf throws cutting leaves at foes and allows Kirby to hide and protect himself. Finally, Water allows for riding waves and shooting water to extinguish flames and damage enemies. Brand new copy abilities. However, in addition to the previous copy abilities, the remake adds some new ones. Mecha sees Kirby taking a mechanized form and being able to deploy mines, attack with fire, and electric punches, fly, and much more. Sand lets Kirby strike with a sand fist and create a sandcastle from below to launch enemies. In addition, the festival ability from Star Allies has been added to see Kirby dancing to turn enemies into point stars and food. Super abilities. Super abilities are powered-up versions of certain copy abilities and can destroy star-marked enemies and obstacles. There are 5 in total: Flare Beam, Grand Hammer, Snowball, Monster Flame, and Ultra Sword. The remake adds new voice tracks for each super ability and unique cutscenes when they're acquired, which is a nice touch to make them feel more unique. Merry Megaland. Completely new to the remake is Merry Megaland, a giant theme park run by Megalore. When it becomes available is unknown, but players can travel here to play various subgames. These are minigames available for up to 4 players on the same system. No online multiplayer, sadly. There are also missions to complete, and though it's unknown what they are seemingly 100 objectives in total. Megalore also provides interesting statistics when connecting online, like the number of stamps collected globally. Subgames. Merry Megaland offers multiple subgames, with 8 reimagined from previous Kirby titles. Smash Ride from Kirby Squeak Squad has each player on a Smash Star, which they must use to push the others off. Checkerboard Chase sees everyone running around on a chessboard, using attacks to cause tiles to drop, thus sending the opponents into the abyss. Even subgames like Samurai Kirby and Crackety Hack return. Return to Dream Land Deluxe adds some brand new subgames like Booming Blasters, where all players are armed with blasters and engage in top-down arena combat with power-ups. Samurai Kirby 100. Along with the traditional Samurai Kirby, where participants must quick draw their weapons at the earliest possible moment to cut each other down, there's Samurai Kirby 100. Instead of competing online against other players live, you play solo and must beat the 99 most recent quick draw times available worldwide. It's a novel concept and should serve as a good practice for regular Samurai Kirby. Magdalene Tour. If you're unsure what subgame to play, opt into the Magdalene Tour. It essentially collects various subgames into a sequential order for players to attempt one after the other. As players complete subgames, they'll earn stamps. Collect enough stamps to progress the Stamp Rally card, and you unlock rewards like rare copy essence and dress-up masks, the latter based on characters from the entire series. Stamps are also earned after finding hidden Magdalene stickers in the park once per day. Souvenir Shop. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, stock items served as consumables that could be stored in one's inventory and used later. They return in Return to Dream Land Deluxe as souvenirs and can be obtained from the Stamp Rally and Souvenir Shop in Merry Megaland. Maxim Tomato and Energy Drink are some of the confirmed souvenirs, but the shop also sells dress-up masks. How they're purchased is unknown, but there are dozens to collect. 6GB install size. Even with the Merry Megaland content, it's understandable that Return to Dream Land Deluxe isn't a heavy install. According to its Nintendo eShop listing, it only requires 6GB of installation space on the Nintendo Switch. Interestingly, it's slightly bigger than Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which has a 5.8GB install. Playtime. Unfortunately, those expecting an adventure on the same scale as the Forgotten Land may be slightly disappointed. The original could be finished in about 9 hours if you played the story and did extra content, while completionists could wrap it up in about 12 hours, compared to the Forgotten Land's 26 or so hours of content. Nevertheless, with the base game, extra mode, co-op, and the addition of Merry Megaland, the remake should have enough to keep players busy. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Vault upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.